I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Party people in the place to be. What's good? This is #1 Chief Rocket, Nick's Universe, main man, Uncle Freezy. And welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. Seems like I hadn't said that in a while. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. We here. Man, I feel refreshed. I look refreshed. I'm looking at myself in the camera. I look like I got some rest, right? What's good, y'all? Y'all want this party started right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Okay. All right. I see y'all out here. Okay. Yeah, either one. Look, Miss Mocha is like right off the edge of the screen, like right here. Y'all can't see. I'm touching her arm right here. Y'all can't see it. She is camera shy. Is it? Thank you. Cheers to you. She is deathly shy of the camera, man. Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rocker. It's your man. It's your ace. It's your cousin, Uncle Freezy. Right. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. Before we get started, how about I quote a passage from the great American poet Prodigy. Prodigy says, "There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook, because ain't no such things as halfway crooks." Shout out to the great American poet Prodigy. Let me make some adjustments here real quick. I'm going to be here for a minute. I want to make sure that I look, make sure that I look ebony handsome for the camera. How y'all this morning, man? How y'all out here this morning? Let me take these headphones off. It's weird. Headphones, but nothing coming through. All right, so I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk to y'all about. And based on the title, I know you guys see what it is that I want to get into. Right? Based on the title, y'all see what it is that I want to talk about. Based on the title, y'all know what it is. Kaiser Sose in the house. DSJ is in the house. AJ is in the house. Sincere is in here. BT is in the house. Chef NYK is in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this thing started, man. I tweeted early this morning, man. Where is it? Let me go to my profile to see. My tweets don't carry no weight no more. I gotta start back getting active on Twitter. Man. So I put a poll out there on Twitter. And you can find me at Big Freezy. I put a poll out on Twitter. Honest question. Why is Johnny Bryant not a head coach yet? And the votes are in the you know what? I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to let you go to it. But the answers are, it basically, he's the heir apparent to Tibbs. He's not that good, or he's waiting for his you know what I'm saying, or he's waiting for the perfect job. Those are basically the options. He's the heir apparent. He ain't really that good. Yo, the video got 2 dislikes already. Somebody is absolutely hated Uncle Freeze. I got 2 dislikes. The joint just started. Yo, that is so, listen, I am so flat. Yo, you have no idea how flattered I am. Like somebody legit, like 2 people legit disliked the video, and we've been on for 8 minutes and 40 seconds, and I have 2 dislikes already. Man, I'm so flattered by that, bro. I legit feel like I'm in Kardashian level of popularity when people hate your video that fast. So if you watching and you dislike the video already, I'm flattered. That means you always watch and you always hit the dislike button. Yo, I ain't even get on the topic yet. And they're like, I hate this movie. I love you. If you legit, if you hit the dislike button, if you got the notification and you felt obligated to just come and hate just off the fact that you hate me, bro, I love you. Thank you for keeping us going. That is a level of, that is a level of popularity that, you are subscribed to the channel. Every time the channel come on, you just hit the dislike button. I love you. I love it, bro. Oh my God, it just made my day. That just made my day. And I know that sounds arrogant or whatever. I'm not really that. But yeah. Yeah. But getting on the topic though, back on the topic though. Getting on the topic. Where does Johnny Bryant stand with us? Where does he fit in? Right? Is he as good as a lot of people say he is? Yo, DSJ, I'm legit trying to get over. Like, do you get the notification? Like, I hate him so much that every time he come on, I would just stop what I'm doing and just hit the dislike button just to let him know I love you. If that's what you're doing, yo, I love it. I love it. Yeah, man, y'all hit that like button. Support your guys. Um, listen, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get to the Johnny Bryant thing, but man, listen. I know I don't do everything right on this channel, right? And sometimes I probably make the channel too personal, right? But what I do in this thing, I have like this obsession with you guys. Like in a weird twist of thing, y'all gather every day to come watch me, but I'm really coming every day to watch y'all, which is like a weird twist, right? It's like a weird twist. And so what I'll do is I'll use my burner account, vibes and stuff, and go and sit in some other people's chat and let them rock. And I see y'all in the chat, and they don't even pay y'all no attention. Like y'all go in other people's chat and have your own conversations in their chat. And I be in my burner account. I'll be I'll be vibes and stuff or something like that. And I'll be in there amongst y'all, and I won't say nothing. I won't say salute. I won't be like yo, 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 nothing like that. I'll just be in there. And I watch, and people won't even acknowledge y'all. Won't even give y'all the moment of day unless it's like a super chat. And they're like, oh shit, I gotta read this person's super chat. And then they'll read the super chat like all nonchalant, and they get back to regular programming. And with me, I legit find y'all fascinating, bro. And gals. And to prove to y'all that I'm not BSing, for the ones that unfortunately wound up with my phone number, if they call me, they know it might be like an hour and a half on the telephone. And I hate talking. I talk on the telephone for a living, y'all. So that's why I dislike the telephone. You know what I'm saying? That's my profession. Like I'm always on it. So I dislike it. Right? Right? C-Mac says, hashtag acknowledge me. Yeah, C-Mac, like, yo, I come every time you be on. Can you at least say my name? C-Mac in the house. Good morning, C-Mac. What's good? Yeah, man. But yeah, it's like with the crowd, like with y'all, like I'm one of y'all, except I'm doing this. So it would be like if DSJ was doing this and I'll be in the chat. You know, so that's all it is. Soul Finger in the building. Soul Finger. It's too early in the morning to be drinking wine, right? It's too early in the morning. Bully in the building. Boulevard 73. Yo, I'm so mad at Boulevard 73 right now. I'm so mad, bro. Bully hit me up, and I ain't snitching. All I'm going to say is, Bully. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bully, that's my guy. That's my guy. Bully, you got to get on vibes and stuff with us, bro. Otherwise, is in the house. Otherwise. Yo, shout out to Boulevard, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the GOAT Draft Fantasy League. That is dope. That's fun. That's fun. Right? Cats is having their way. Already Friday, we probably gonna do a show where we pick up additional players and all of that. So yeah, y'all. But back to Johnny Bryant though. To Johnny Bryant, just want to say this: if Johnny Bryant is as good as his reputation, then how come he's not the head coach of the Toronto Raptors? You feel me? How come he's not the head coach of the Sacramento Kings? How come he's not the head coach of the Detroit Pistons? Right? How come he's not the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks? You feel me? How come he's not the head coach of the Houston Rockets? And the reason why I ask it, and then not necessarily, I'm not asking it in a mean way, right? I'm asking, like, you've seen a bunch of young NBA coaches get head coaching jobs, and Johnny Bryant is still here. And his reputation seems to be that he's a player coach. And if he's a player coach, how come he didn't get the Brooklyn job? Right? How come he didn't at least get an interview for the Atlanta job? How come he didn't get a sniff for the Pelicans job? You feel me? And it's not that I want to see him leave. I'd love for him to stay. I'd love for him to stay. My thing is, my question is he as good as we think? Now, mind you, I asked this question full of insecurity because the Knicks have lost head coaches. Lost assistant coaches that have gone on to be head coaches in other places. We know about Johnny Bryant and Damian Lillard. We know about Johnny Bryant and Donovan Mitchell. Right? We know about Johnny Bryant and Julius Randle. We know about Johnny Bryant and Emmanuel Quickly. But what we don't know is Johnny Bryant that guy? And the reason why we don't know is because he's never been in that seat before. And my question to y'all is, why not? My question to y'all is, why not? Why haven't we seen him in the big boy chair? Is he not a decent candidate to be a head coach? Because if he's not, then why is he the heir apparent for us? And if he is, shouldn't fans know more about the guy that's going to be the heir apparent? I think so. Now, mind you, if you ask me personally, where I am with it, I like Johnny Bryant a lot. I've seen Johnny Bryant, and Johnny Bryant don't know me. I'm a random small YouTuber with a chat that can get crazy off the chain sometimes. Right? So Johnny Bryant don't know me, but I've been in the building where I saw Johnny Bryant in action, and to me, he looks like an excellent organizer. Right? He looks like an excellent organizer to me at games. You know, you go to the game and you looking at the situation. Like there have been times where we be up like 20 and Tibbs will be calling for Brunson or Randall. He'll Brunson and what's the name? No, Deuce. Go ahead, Deuce. And I've only seen that like a couple of times, but to me, that makes me a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like the Knicks will be up by 20 with like 4 minutes to go, and Tibbs will be calling for Brunson, and Johnny Bryant be like, no, Deuce. That, you know what I'm saying? And little things like that make you like, yo, somebody is, you know what I mean? You know, I don't know Johnny Bryant. The only time I've heard him speak is like the MSG when they interview the assistant coach and all of that. You know? But what will a Johnny Bryant bring to an NBA franchise? I'm talking about as the big boy, as the head honcho. What will a Johnny Bryant bring? I think Johnny Bryant brings the evolution of offense to the NBA. Jerry Fitz is in the house. Coach Shaw is in the house. Okay, I see you. Chef NYK in here. Okay, all right. Jay Busby in here. Feel good. Feel good in here. So what will Johnny Bryant bring to an NBA franchise, and why is that thing worth waiting for? That's the big question, right? Is that thing that he has worth waiting for? In my mind, yes and no. It's worth waiting for, yes. Right? It's worth waiting for, yes. Now, here's the thing. How long does that man have to wait knowing that he is a qualified candidate? How long should Johnny Bryant wait knowing he's a qualified candidate, right, for any opening in the NBA? Right? He should have been considered for the Minnesota job when they fired Saunders and hired Chris Finch overnight. That was 2 years ago. He should have been considered for the Raptors job this season. Should have been considered for the Phoenix job, definitely. Should have been considered for the Lakers job. Should have been considered for the Rockets job. Should have been considered for the Pelicans job. With all these openings around the NBA, how does Johnny Bryant not be considered for the Philadelphia job? And Alawai says he got to wait or leave like IQ. And you know what? You know what? Are we that place that's going to tell young people, you got to wait, you got to hold on, you got to wait your turn? Have we become that good? Where you have that across the board? Where you have it with Obi and Randall? Where you have it with IQ and whoever? And then you have it on the coaching staff? It's a great statement, though. That's a great statement. You know what I mean? That's a great statement. Like, you know, you got to probably wait your turn, boss. Internally. But if you're Johnny Bryant and you saw that and you saw the money that Monty Williams got from the Pistons, I'm not saying he would have got that money, But that's definitely life-changing. Half that would have been life-changing money for him. And I'm solely basing it on what assistant coaches make. I don't know what's in that man's pocket. But I know assistant coaches don't make as much as head coaches. Right? And so Chef NYK says Monty is established. Established what? Monty Williams is established at what? He's got tenure. He's got tenure, but and Monty Williams was a head coach at the same age that Johnny Bryant is right now. Y'all remember when Monty Williams used to coach the New Orleans Hornets of Oklahoma City or wherever they were playing at? Y'all remember the OKC / New Orleans Hornets? Anybody remember that? Post-Katrina Hornets? And then plus, I don't think age should ever be an issue. I don't believe in ageism. That's me. That's me, right? I don't believe in ageism, especially when the NBA has two ends of the spectrum. You have Will Hardy, who's 32, Joe Mazzulla, that's like 34, and Greg Popovich, that's like 71. And if you're Johnny Bryant, do you even know who Joe Mazzulla is? If you're Johnny Bryant, shouldn't you have more cachet than Will Hardy? Taylor, I keep forgetting the dude's name in Memphis. Taylor, whatever. He might be a little bit older. He might be a little bit older than Johnny Bryant, but I think he got the job at like 36. Right? So if that's the case, Taylor Jenkins, that's him. Thank you, DSJ, Taylor Jenkins. When you look around the league, you see young coaches popping up everywhere. It makes me question the Johnny Bryant experiment. Now, here is part 2 of that. Here is part 2 of why I have a little trepidation. Johnny Bryant was the organization's choice to be on Tibbs' staff. Johnny Bryant. Right? But recently, Tibbs brought on Rick Brunson. Tibbs now has his people. Tibbs backfilled his roster with a bunch of Tibbites. So whether you liked Kenny Payne, whether you liked Mike Woodson, you feel me? Whether you like those guys that the organization brought in to fill Tibbs' staff, whether you like them or not, those guys are gone. So whether you like Johnny Bryant or not, Those guys are gone. And Tibbs is backfilling his roster, his coaching staff, with guys that he likes. The Grizz, Dice, Aaron Brooks. I think Aaron Brooks is still here. I'm gonna see. Let me see I'm gonna try to find the Knicks. I'm gonna try to find the Knicks coaching staff. (2023) and 24. New York Knicks coaching staff. Darren Erman, Daisuke Yashimoto, Anthony Ganaga. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's see. I'm looking. Yeah, this website is no bueno. All right, so for the past season, it's Johnny Bryant, Andy Greer, Rick Brunson, Darren Erman, and Daisuke. Right? Two-way liaison, Aaron Brooks, Othello Harrington. Wow, I didn't know. Y'all knew Othello Harrington was a coach for the Knicks? Assistant coach, player development, Othello Harrington. Okay. Scott King, director of player development. Okay. I see you there, big fella. Ike Azatam. Okay. Daniel Brady. Okay. Daniel Erman, Daisuke, and Rick Brunson are the dudes that I'm usually seeing like in the interviews during games. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wiz, I did not know that. I did not know that Othello Harrington was a coach. I probably saw him. You know, we see him at the game, but probably don't recognize who they are. I probably saw him like 1,000 times and didn't even know who he was. Toonie God is in the building. Okay. And Jerry Fitz says that he might just be better off. Just might be better off just getting a college job. He interviewed for the Utah job. Remember he interviewed for the Utah job? He thought he was gone. Kerry Cox, the son of the legend. Kerry Cox is in the building. Okay. Kerry Cox in the building. What's good, man? So my thing is if Tibbs had his choice, and I ain't trying to start no trouble or nothing like that. I'm just asking a legit question, or I'm not trying to start rumors. Let me put it that way. Not trying to start rumors or nothing. But if Tibbs had his choice to pick his successor, would it be Johnny Bryant? Would it be Rick Brunson? Would it be Dice? Like, say if Tibbs slipped on a banana peel and he was going to be out 2 weeks, who would be the guy? I don't know. I don't know. It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if, you know, it makes me wonder if Johnny Bryant is the guy. Man, these headphones make my ear itch, bro. I got to find me a new set of headphones, man. I hate itchy ears. I'm like a little baby. I hate itchy ears. Is it true that Jared Jeffries got a ring? Is it true that Jared Jeffries got a ring? The beloved former Knick Jared Jeffries? Let me see. I'm going to go to the source. Right? Let me go to the source. Oh. Man, Jared Jeffries was 6'11"? Jared Jeffries was 6'11". Wow. All right. In September 2013, Jared Jeffries retired from the NBA and took a Denver Nuggets job. Jared Jeffries was a contestant on The Price is Right, winning a Tag Heuer watch or Tag Heuer watches. Chat, did Jared Jeffries win a ring with the Nuggets? Bro, y'all are mean. I think there is a picture floating around the internet of Jared Jeffries and Nikola Jokic shotgunning beers together after they won a championship. That is the coolest thing ever, bro. Shout out to Jared Jeffries. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets, man. The Denver Nuggets for winning an NBA title. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. Shout out to Jared Jeffries, the Denver Nuggets, Jokic, Melo, all those great Denver Nuggets. Shout out to all those great Denver Nuggets, Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith, Chauncey Billups. They are somewhere celebrating right now for those Denver Nuggets. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. Right? Okay. He won a car. That's what I heard. I heard he won a car for his daughter. But then I'm looking on Wikipedia. It says he won Tag Heuer watches. I think it says, winning a pair of Tag Heuer. Then a Toyota Corolla. Playing okay, yeah, there it is. So he won the watches and a car. And he gave the car to his daughter as a gift. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, man. Jerry Fitz, Jerry Fitz, listen. Fitzy, listen. At the draft, I don't know if you were able to watch, and I apologize for those that were in the chat. I had to be the commissioner and like type in all the names all at once. So I drafted David Thompson, and cats were like, who? And I was like, yep, I just won the league. I wonder when you're like, who is David Thompson? Yeah, I have a clear advantage. I think I may have drafted Elgin Baylor for IKBM Dre, and he didn't like it. I don't think he liked Elgin Baylor. And DSJ says LaFonso Ellis. Guess what, DSJ? LaFonso Ellis was not drafted. Hey, Sherwin, just real quick to Sherwin. So in our fantasy, in our all-time GOAT fantasy draft, guess who's still out there? Just take the wildest guess. I'm going to say his name, and they're not going to pick him up anyway because they don't know who he is. So, Sherwin, my first free agent pickup Friday is going to be a power forward from Cal named Sharif Abdur-Rahim. And I know a lot of people don't remember him, but he was a double, brother. Y'all remember him, Sharif Abdur-Rahim? Jerry Fitz, you're old man, brother. Jerry Fitz, you're old man. And I laugh, right? Because the old timers like us, the old timers, when I say names like Sharif Abdur-Rahim, you're like, yeah, I remember him. Yeah. So Sharif Abdur-Rahim, that's what I'm looking to pick up Friday. Right? Cats is out here legit trying to drop dudes so they could pick up. Dudes want to drop guys so they could pick up Marcus Smart. And I'm like, Marcus Smart? What the? Marcus Smart? When? You trying to drop Jerry Fitz? Guess who else is out there, Jerry Fitz? This is the me and Jerry Fitz show right now. Hey, Jerry Fitz, guess who else is still out there? It's going to make you laugh. I'm going to say his name, and you're going to be like, no, Uncle Freezy, you bugging. Jerry Fitz, Elvin Hayes is still out there. Elvin Hayes. These dudes didn't draft Elvin Hayes. These dudes didn't draft Adrian Dantley. Yeah, man. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm gonna ice skate my way to a championship, I believe. They all-time greats, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kerry Cox, yes. Hit Murphy, I told them Bob Lanier, and they was like, who? Bob Lanier is still out there. Adrian Dantley is still out there, bro. And Cat's want to drop. Cat told me, like, yo, man, I want to drop. I want a Sam Cassell is still out there. And in my mind, I'm like, he should be out there. No, Coach. Penny got drafted, man. Penny got. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to put the lineups on the Lawrence Tears homepage. Let me do that real quick. While I got y'all here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the Lawrence Tears homepage, man. Because some of these guys, I can't believe, like, I just can't believe it. Where is it? So I want to put it up there, but I can't for some reason. But you know what I can do? I can show the rosters right here. I'm gonna show y'all the rosters real quick, just to make y'all laugh. So these are the rosters, right? This is the first 6 teams, and then after this, the next 6 teams will show up. Bully drafted Lynn. My guy Bully drafted Len Bias. That was homage. Hey, respect. So these are the teams, right? So you saw the first 6. Now this is the second 6 right here. Kiki Vandeweghe was not drafted. So again, this is the first 6. DSJ did his thing. DSJ has LeBron, Shaq, Webber, Penny, Tiny Archibald, Ray Allen. Bully got, and then you got Corey Lee drafted Karl Malone, Wilkins, King Ribby got Carmelo and T-Mac. I don't know, though. I kind of like, I really like Dre's team, right? And the reason why I like Dre's team is because all the guys that you draft, they're going to be here in their prime. All these players are assumed to be in their NBA prime, right? Coach is like, who drafted Charles Oakley? Coach is like, who drafted Charles Oakley? I don't know. Who drafted Charles Oakley? Charles Oakley. Let me see. Let me find him. Charles Oakley. So he must have been on the first slide. Let me go back to the first slide. Charles Oakley. Oh, Bully drafted Oakley. Okay. Hit Murphy, yo. I'm not calling these GMs out, right? Because in the heat of the moment, it's tough to kind of, you know what I'm saying? In the heat of the moment, it's kind of tough, right? Bully drafted Charles Oakley, but he does have a Kobe Bryant, Patrick Ewing combo. That's nice. He does have Kobe, though. Jerry Fitz, I know. We know about Len Bias. That was unfortunate. He didn't get a chance to play in the NBA. Right? But there is a team here, like when you look at Elgin Baylor, Oscar Robertson, Alex English, Bill Walton, Dave Cowens, Wes Unseld, Jamal Wilkes, all in their prime. Mark Jackson in his prime. Allen Iverson in his prime. John Stockton in his prime. I don't know, man. That seems like a pretty good team to me, man. That seems like a pretty good team, man. You got Stockton in his prime. Stockton in his prime is 17 points, 12 assists in his prime. 17 points, 12 assists, 2 steals in his prime. Alex English in his prime is 26 points a game. Jay Boogie thought he was slick by going Kevin Durant, Scottie Pippen, Kevin Garnett. He went all them defensive players. You see all that defense he got? Dwight Howard. He got Dwight Howard. He got Dennis Rodman, Kevin Garnett, and Scottie Pippen. Yeah, man. So we gotta. So Sherwin says, who will you rank as top 10 small forwards of all time? That's a good question. Let me see if I can find a source. I'm going to find a source online. Okay. Top 10 NBA small forwards all time. ESPN has a list, right? It came out in 2016. 2016. They have LeBron number 1, Bird number 2, Dr. J number 3, Kevin Durant number 4, Elgin Baylor number 5, Scottie Pippen number 6, John Havlicek number 7, Rick Barry number 8, James Worthy number 9, Dominique Wilkins number 10. All right. So with that said, for one, I'm not for sure if I like James Worthy over Dominique Wilkins. James Worthy, though he was drafted number 1, in that same Wilkins. I think Wilkins and Worthy were in the same draft, right? I know. Yeah, Sherwin, I got you. Sherwin says, he's like, yo, list. No, I got you. I just needed something so I can have some context, right? And the reason why I say I need some context is because for Larry Bird's first few seasons, I don't think he played small forward. I remember him being a power forward next to Cornbread Maxwell. Kevin McHale was coming off the bench. Y'all don't remember that? Anybody remember that? Kevin McHale, 6th man of the year, coming off the bench. Does anybody remember Cedric Cornbread Maxwell? That should be, yeah. That should be the question. Do you remember Cornbread Maxwell? Right? And then two, I remember Dr. J playing the two next to, I always get his name. I always get Billy Cunningham and the small forward mixed up. Billy Cunningham was the coach. Let me see. Let me find I'll find the 1980 76ers roster. And I know what y'all are going to say, but Andrew Toney started. I know. I remember Andrew Toney. So I get Dr. J and I get Billy Cunningham and Bobby Jones confused a lot. And it's not because all 6'10" white guys look alike. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just get them mixed up. I always do. Smoke, we out here talking trash about your team, bro. DSJ, know I love some JoJo White, bro. Hey, DSJ, I got some trivia for you. Right? Can you name the Hollywood actor? Whose pops was an all-star for the Boston Celtics? DSJ, can you name the Hollywood actor whose pops played point guard, was an all-star point guard for the Boston Celtics? This one should be easy. Brian White. That's right. That's right, y'all. Brian White is the son of JoJo White. I just found that out the other day. And then when I looked at Brian White, I was like, oh, he looked just like his pops. Brian White looks just like JoJo White. Just like him. Just like him. And for the young cats that play NBA 2K, that play video games, the 2K Rock is designed after JoJo White. Like, you know, when you take your hands off the controller and your player just be dribbling like this, that's JoJo White. That's JoJo White. So JoJo White is everywhere in modern NBA, in modern society, and we don't recognize it. Yep. When I watched the 2K Rock, I'm like, that's JoJo White. Because, and think about it, and y'all know this, when you watch old NBA clips, when you see guards jumping up and down with the basketball, that's what guards used to do before JoJo White. When JoJo White came along, I ain't doing that hopping, no. And for those that don't know what I'm getting at, You know how there is a lineage of point guards? Like the Magic Johnson lineage goes all the way back to Oscar Robertson, right? The big guard that could do it all. Magic didn't invent that. Oscar Robertson did. That's why when Magic went to the Lakers, he was a perfect fit, right? With Kareem, because Kareem had already played with that type of point guard about 6 or 7 years earlier, and they won a championship. Right? But when you talk lineage, I mean, not lineage, yeah. When you talk archetype, when you talk Kyrie Irving, when you talk Rod Strickland, when you talk about that lineage of point guard, all that goes back to JoJo White, the originator. JoJo White started that. The real slick city point guard. The dude that's like, yeah, I want you to reach. I ain't gonna hide the ball. I want you to reach. I want you to reach. Reach. I dare you to reach. That was JoJo White. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I see y'all in the chat. Y'all saying, man, it's the Knicks' time to shine. It's the Knicks off season. I'm kind of with you. I asked a question earlier. For those that don't know. I asked, we did rock earlier this morning. Man, what time was it? Like 3 o'clock? Was it like 3 o'clock this morning when we rocked? Travel Vibes is in the building. The question that I asked this morning was, should we stay or should we go? If you're the Knicks, knowing you're a second round team, now that you have the hammer, should you swing it? Or is a bird in the hand worth two in the bush? Which side of it are you on? Like a lot of y'all are like straddling the fence on it. Me too. I want to be safe. I want to make a safe move, but I do understand that a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. But what happens when that one bird is gone? So, with that said, when you get the hammer, are you going to swing it? When you get the hammer, are you going to swing it? If it were me, if it were me, I don't know what I would do. Hinton Murphy in the building. Thank you for the generous contribution, Hinton Murphy. Appreciate that. That right there go a long ways for our confidence, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. If you're the Knicks, do you go or do you stay? Do you go for it? Will you ever be this close again in the foreseeable future? Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Do you stay or do you go? Are you comfortable where you are? Do you make the safe play so you continue being a second round team, or do you make a run at it? Are you comfortable that the teams in your rearview mirror are gonna tear it down? Are you comfortable that Atlanta can't get their thing together? Are you comfortable that, thank you. Are you comfortable that Toronto can't get their thing together? Are you comfortable that Chicago can't get their thing together? Are you comfortable that Washington and other teams behind you won't get their thing together, which gives you a year or two to establish yourself as a second round team? Coach Shaw says the Knicks should only think about the Knicks. I understand where you're coming from, right? But then again, at the same time, you have to have awareness. You have to have awareness of your surroundings, because no one lives in a vacuum by themselves, right? I'm not saying make your moves based on what other team like. Don't make your move. Don't go move for move with other teams. But at the same time, you know, you got to be aware of what's going on. Amani the Great is in the building. Bronx Mel is in the house. Okay. If I am the Knicks, I'm more concerned about the long-term health of the franchise and not the short-term health, right? I honestly believe that the Knicks should fill up the back end of their roster and organically get better over time. But at the same time, if there is a move out there for them to make like a major, that doesn't hinder them long term, I say do it. I say do it. Why not? Oh boy, we got a troublemaker backstage, y'all. We got a troublemaker backstage. Let me see. Here we go.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
Wiz, what's good, man? What's good? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, you looking slim. What are you doing?
Man, it's called sleep instead of eat.
Okay. I was gonna say, you stressed? You stressed out? You losing stress weight?
Probably. Stressed out because I missed the draft. I slept through the draft.
Oh,
the first 5 games. So you had to give I guess you gave Ribby my spot, and that's cool.
You know I called you, right?
I know, man. I slept right through it, man. Okay. I had it on silent, so so I was like, dang, I missed my draft. Yeah, and then but I'm here to say three things. Because I woke up, also slept through your midnight open last night. Well, midnight for me. You did the IQ thing, and I'm like, yes, daggone it. Tim suppresses our youth development. Sorry.
Okay.
Next answer. Johnny Bryant. I was saying maybe Johnny Bryant is not taking interviews. Maybe he's turning them down because he knows he's got a lockdown job for the New York Knicks. And then the third one right now, should we go for it or should we play it safe?
Right.
I say pull the trigger. Pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger, man. Hey, pull the trigger.
I'm sorry. I've been on the safe side. Been trying to sit with this hog for a while, but I'm like, man, I want it ready because 2 years from now, Orlando going to take the East. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
2 years from now, even Detroit maybe getting ready to compete for the East.
Right.
I don't know where Indiana is going to be, or Cleveland.
Right.
Even Washington, but I say we got 2 years to make our move for these young cats and those other teams, put together a package that's going to dominate the Eastern Conference. They got a couple of all-stars and superstars coming around in their org right now. They're too good. So pull the trigger. Give me a ring in the next 2 years.
Pull the trigger. Hey, you know what? And the thing that gets me, is I think we are on razor's edge. Right. And the reason why I say that is because one false move and it could be over. Right.
Right.
Being flat foot, it could be over.
Yes.
Right. So no matter which way it is, if you move, it could be over. If you do nothing, it could be over. Because think about it, if you do nothing and you're on razor's edge, then you're basically gonna get, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, when you get the hammer, do you swing it? Because you don't often get the hammer.
Exactly.
You know how long sometimes you know how long you have to wait in order to get the hammer?
Exactly, sir. Exactly. You got to swing it sometime when you have it. You got to swing it when you have it. You don't get it very often.
Yeah.
I'm looking at top, looking at Brunson's timeline. That's what I'm aiming on right now. He's our superstar.
Right.
His timeline for me is 3 to 5 years.
Right.
So
Right.
when we're gonna start trying to make sure we have guys ready. And this year, next year, when?
I don't know. See, I don't know. Right?
Okay, well.
See, because the thing is, first of all, here's the question. Just because Brunson played good this 1 year, does that mean you have to change the timeline?
Good point. Good point. Ah, man.
He only played good 1 year with us. Not saying that he's not a great player. I think he's a megastar, right? But our inconsistent logic can't rule the day, right? Because you legit can't say, well, I need to see Randall throw it 3 or 4 more times before I'm comfortable with it. And then Brunson do it one time and you're like, oh no, he the man.
True.
That means you're a hypocrite, right?
But okay, with us, he's done it one time. But there's certain skill sets and certain abilities, with IQ, high IQ, that doesn't change when you've seen someone perform at that level, especially in the crunch times.
Okay.
And the thing is, it wasn't just us in crunch time and pressure time. He did it with Dallas during the right time. So it wasn't like a regular season, nice performance regular season. It was like he's been doing it with less minutes, less responsibility. When he got an opportunity, boom, especially when the big pressure's on. Okay. He could have collapsed last year in Dallas. Left alone, Luka sitting, all that pressure, it's on him. And it wasn't like first round. It wasn't even second round.
Okay.
This was the conference finals, this guy performing at high level with high IQ play. It wasn't like he's a gifted athlete who was doing some phenomenal athletic moves and getting around guys because of athleticism. It was his intellect that got him around these things with excellent fundamental skills. Okay. That doesn't change or doesn't diminish until you start to diminish completely in the latter years, over 35. These things only get better for someone at his point. So for me, I can only see him getting better, where I could have seen Randall performing well, dropping back. It was not an IQ thing. It was a scheme thing a little bit, how they defended him a little bit. And everything they did against Brunson to stop him, he found a way to beat him. Against even Spoelstra. I know Spoelstra wasn't just trained. Maybe I doubt very much, but no one said, let Brunson go off, stop the other guys. The other guys weren't really being stopped. They were stopping themselves because they just couldn't perform under pressure.
Okay.
RJ, Randall, game 6 was crazy. So I'm saying Brunson is not a one-off. Brunson is the real deal. And I'm willing to bet on that. Because otherwise, what do we do? Find somebody else to bet on? It means we got to start over.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
That's my thought. Yeah.
King Ribby, what's good, bro?
King Ribby.
So, Wiz, how y'all doing this morning?
Man, chilling, boss.
Good.
Chilling, man.
Man, you took my draft spot, Ribby King, right? Spot, right?
but he gave you Obi, though.
Might as well pick Juice next time. It's not pick Juice.
Yo, but King Ribby will tell you, bro, that drafting had some pressure on it, bro. After the first 50 names are gone, and you're like, holy crap.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It was fun to watch though. I liked it. I was enjoying myself looking back and going, oh, they missed him, they forgot him, and I'm like, what?
Riz, I got a notebook right here full of dudes that Elvin Hayes, Gail Goodrich, Yale Goodrich, Adrian Bentley,
I don't know who them guys is. So.
Bob Cousy,
I know who that. I heard of him.
Bob Lanier, size 24 shoe. Yeah, man. Yo, come on, yo, Artis Gilmore.
Oh man.
Joe Barry Carroll.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes, man. Elvin Hayes, yeah, Andrew Collier, Elvin Hayes, yeah. So there's a lot of dudes left.
Friedrich Weiss. Kevin
Yeah,
Yachts,
of course.
Frank Ntilikina. What?
First in the first round.
Exactly.
In the
Kwame
first round.
Brown.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the team? Did you get to see the rosters?
I saw that. Yep. I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday I went through it Sunday. I'm looking at them going, oh man, okay. You got it, Freezy. You got this. It's your championship this year.
Hey man. I don't know. I hope so. But I don't know about my point guard depth. My point guard depth is hurting me. I got Steph Curry and Chris Paul at point guard.
What?
Ooh. Oh yeah, they suck.
Yeah,
okay.
and then at power forward, I think my power forwards are kind of dicey too. I have Tim Duncan and Charles Barkley backing him up. And then the third power forward is Tom Chambers.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. And then at the two I have, I don't know who to start between Dwayne Wade and James Harden.
Oh, yeah, that boy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, should have gotten Frank Ntilikina, man. That would have been better.
I should have.
Yeah. Forget that.
Kerry Cox says Jack Sigma. Yeah, man.
Oh, Sigma. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so pull the trigger. Pull the trigger because I've been trying to be cautious and just give me a little piece fix here. Give me a little stretch 3 ND guy to somehow find his way into the roster. Which Tibbs don't like it because Tibbs, like you said, Tibbs chubby chaser. He doesn't like those guys. So
hey, Tibbs is a chubby chaser boss.
So I'm like, find me. Oh man.
So what do you think we need this year?
Besides, after we pay Josh Hart, $25 million a year, you gotta give Josh Hart a 25. That 5 years.
He ain't taking that. He got to get 4 years. 4 years, 160, bro.
Exactly.
Josh Hart is out here on social media like he 4 years, 200. Man, you better take this 4 years, 24 million. You better take this $6 million a year and ride with it. So how you gonna feed your family off $6 million? Man, you better stop.
Inflation, baby, inflation. It is. You got twins. You got to feed.
Yeah.
Either need $6 million per.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, Josh, you better take this 4 years, $48 million. I forgot about the twins. So yeah.
There we go. That's what I'm looking at. 48 mil, 4 years with a team option in the 4th year too.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll be generous to give him a playoffs in 4th year.
Yeah.
And it's a descending contract. Let's say first year 16, second year 14, third year. So 5th year is 10. This way he won't take it. He won't accept it. He'll opt out on that 4th year, and we'll have that money, and it'll all be a very easily tradable contract at the time. You'll be like, oh. 3rd year, we'd be like, guys, next year it's a playoffs with 10. Who wants that? That and trade deadline. We're like, oh yeah, that's a valuable commodity. Then at that point, hopefully. So that's what I'm saying. I'll do that with him. I'll give him a play option 4th year, where the 4th year is worth 10 mil, and then this way, it's easily tradable contract in the 3rd year if we don't need him.
Yeah. So. DSJ said that Josh Hart is going to be the first role player to get the Supermax.
Oh man.
Josh Hart was the super. Yeah.
Not even the 6th player.
Huh?
Is Harrison Barnes a free agent this year?
I think so. I think so.
So why we don't get him?
How you gonna sign Josh Hart and Harrison Barnes? I don't know. I don't mind. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When it comes to whatever, like whoever they get, I mean, I don't care as long as the Knicks are comfortable with who they're signing, right? I like, for instance, I don't want it to be some weird every summer you got to trade off contract. You know what I'm saying? Because if we sign Josh Hart to 4 years, say 4 years, $76 million, right? Say 4 years, 76. That's 19 mil a year. I don't want Josh Hart on the bench by the All-Star break, and now we got 3 years of him on the bench. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like we do it all the time. We did Nerlens Noel.
Yeah.
Then Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose.
I know.
I mean,
oh man.
You know, ultimately, where I am with it is this team is at a very precarious place, right? Yeah. So you can either sign guys that are going to be here for the long term contributors, right? Or you can sign guys that feel good.
I'm not trying to find a guy that feel good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sign a guy that's going to play the hardest he can.
Right.
You know, I mean, again, I'm not going to object to us playing it cautious because that's what I expect from them. But I'm sorry, but Mitch, RJ, Randall, I'm going for it where I could go for Jeremy Grant, Kuzma, and then find me a solid center to help me out there.
Not to cut you off, Jeremy Grant, I don't see that. Kuzma, I don't see that. Jeremy Grant is probably the only person I see, and I don't even see him coming here. To be honest,
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah,
replacing Randall, right? Or backup.
Either or, I'm just saying.
RJ.
Grant's not a power forward.
Small forward, RJ.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant. People want him to be a power forward.
Exactly.
But that man is like somewhere between 200 and 210 pounds. That dude don't weigh as much as RJ.
Exactly.
Quentin Grimes is listed as being heavier than him.
I know.
Damn.
Okay, but but defensively, he got Randall and RJ beat, right?
I
mean, I'm trying to think outside the box because you know who's not a power forward but plays power forward? Tatum, right?
Kyle Kuzma. Yeah. Right. Tatum and Grant are about the same size.
Exactly.
In
That's what I'm looking at.
that 205 to 215 range at power forward. Do you want your power forward out here at 215?
I'm no longer looking at power forward in the traditional sense anymore. I'm looking at fluid.
So you're talking about a power forward with no play. You just want 3 wings on the floor.
I want 3 wings on the floor. Yeah.
Okay.
I want a killer center, but give me 3 wings. Give me a Brunson, a solid heavy duty center who doesn't get pushed around, but can also stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
No, can stretch also. Give me a little. I got some shooting, man, from the center. I want a little bit, just enough to keep them honest.
To be honest with you, Mitch ain't it.
I know.
I was about to say the same.
That's what I'm saying. Mitch is gone.
Yeah.
Mitch is gone.
Now, for all the nuance that you want offensively, like for instance, I'll describe the modern NBA big, right? And I'm going to be honest about what the modern NBA big is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, the modern NBA big is an adequate, passable screen setter. Right, like a C+ screen setter, right? He's probably a B level roll man, right? In space, he's got passable handles, like C plus handles.
Mm.
And then shooting from the rim to about 12 feet, he's got to be a B plus scorer, shooter. From the rim to about the free throw line, all the way around. So it's like from about 0 to 15 feet, he's got to be a B plus level shooter in order to threaten the rim, right? And then when you extend him out to about 23 feet, he's got to be at least a C minus level 3-point shooter. He's got to be a threat offensively, right? Like so say if Mitchell Robinson shot 30% from three, all of our conversations would be different. Because for one, he's actually shooting threes. Two, he's actually a threat from there, right? Not 35%, not 40%. A 40%, a 40% 3-point shooter for a center doesn't really exist outside of Karl Anthony Towns, right? But then that same center has to be able to dribble and attack off the rim if it's him and another center, right? And then he has to be able to rebound, which transitions into defense, right? You want your center to be about a C-level rim protector or a C-level shot blocker and a B-level rebounder, right? Notice I didn't say A plus in any category, right? But if he could be the jack of all trades across the board, that's your modern NBA big man, right? But Mitch gets A's and F's, right? Mitch gets an A in rim protection. Rim protection gets an A, right? In terms of shooting away from the rim, 15 feet, 20 feet, he gets an F minus because he don't even do it. Right? Right? And so my thing is, I'm not diminishing who Mitch is. Mitch is who he is. He's a fine NBA player.
Oh, Mitchie.
Right? But in our system where we need that, he can't provide it. And that's why we're so frustrated with Mitch. Because the things that he does, the things he's good at, he does them well. The things he's not good at, he does them terribly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, I understand where you're coming from. The only thing though is usually a team, to get that what we just mentioned, a team usually has two guys rotating doing but offense, defense.
Yep. By the way, what's his name? Just DS3. I do not want Cat. I'm sorry. I'm one of those guys. I do not want Cat.
What about KP?
I'll take KP.
I don't know what you have against. What do you have against Dominicans, bro? What do you have?
I'm from Brooklyn, man. The DRs are in the Bronx, son.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the borough thing. That's right. My bad.
It's about exactly.
My bad. Right. So my thing is, I get what you're saying. But Mitch is not at Mitch's age. He's not going to learn these things.
No. Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And say you mess around and start running Randall at the 5 and Obi at the 4. Not starting.
Right.
Just during stretches during games where you take both of your bigs off the floor. Like say crunch time, right? Is Obi going to give you that defense that you want in the last 2 minutes of the game? I'm asking you. I don't want to answer.
No.
Man. History shows that no, Obi does not have that defensive IQ or even the hips to play the kind of defense I need.
Ironically, King Ribby, I think Obi is a small forward.
Yeah.
Yo, Chad, I'm learning as every day goes by, I'm thinking more and more that Obi is a 3 with no handles. I'm thinking Obi is a Sean Marion type of player. Right?
You know, I don't doubt it. Except like you said last night, in the Golden State type offense, he could play a 4.
Right. And for the Sacramento Kings, he'd be fantastic.
Right. Kings too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Miles and Duarte for Obi and Mitch. That's a defense, right?
Ooh.
I just don't. What does Duarte do? What has Duarte ever done?
That's what I'm saying, though. But it's like
I'm asking. I'm asking the chat. What has Chris Duarte ever done to have him be the topic of Knicks conversation? Ever? What has Chris Duarte ever done anywhere on any level? What's our fascination with Chris Duarte? Somebody, please tell me, and I'll pull it up and put his stuff on the screen. Chris Duarte is we like the idea of Chris Duarte, but Chris Duarte ain't nothing, bro. And I mean, in my mind, right? In my mind, Chris Duarte don't really give you what you think you're getting. No disrespect to him, but ESPN has Chris Duarte listed as 6'5", 190. Oh, and today's his birthday. Chris Duarte just turned 25 today.
Yeah. He and Obi are like twins almost.
For a dude that's been in the league 2 years, he's 25 years old.
Wow.
I asked Ron Farrock, what has Chris Duarte ever done? And he said he got drafted and doesn't play for the Knicks. That's all it takes for us to want him. That's all it takes for us to want him, right? Like the dude is Chris Duarte, no lie, is a 8-point per game scorer, right? And guess what he's shooting from the floor? 37%.
Oh man.
From the floor, not from 3.
I thought 40, but I'd be too optimistic with 40. Oh man.
Let's say 34 from 3.
No, he's doing 37% from the floor, bro. This dude is shooting 37%, but he makes up for it by shooting 3-pointers, right? He's shooting 32% from 3. A shooting guard that can't shoot 3s.
You want him?
Not in my book.
And Wacko comes right into the chat saying Randall's defense is trash, but Freezy finds ways to make excuses for his effort.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we ain't even Wacko. You look crazy. All right, I guess that's why they call you Wacko. Because you sound crazy early in the morning. Good morning, though. Good morning to you. You legit talking about Randall, and we talking about Chris Duarte.
Yeah.
You sound Wacko. Good morning, though. And hey, Wiz, and he put my name in it. Like you gonna make me talk about something. Yeah, he mad at Randall. He mad at Randall, so he gonna pull my but bro, we talk about Chris Duarte. Keep up, bro. Stop it, Wacko. Keep up. I guess that's what he call him, Wacko. And we gonna have to. We gotta start calling him Bananas. We gonna start calling him Bananas. We out here talking about Chris Duarte shooting 36.9% from the floor, and you out here talking about Randall. Stop it.
And Atlantis. What up, Danny Lee? Danny Landis is in the chat.
Danny Landis is in the building. What's good, man?
He want to jump on and give us his take. But
Wiz, I got a question for you and King Ribby though. Just real quick. So if Mitch is not your answer, who is?
I already stayed in my mind, and I already know. I know the Knicks probably gonna kill me and stuff like that, but I want KP back.
You did say KP. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
God knows. Right?
Keith Turner's in the building. I see you, boss. Keith Turner's in the building.
Okay, so if we could switch out Mitch and RJ for KP and let's say we go to Washington, KP and Pretty Boy.
I'll be right.
Fashionista. All right, would you do that? KP and Mr. Kuzma. Would you switch out RJ and Mitch for that?
Why you gotta put RJ name and everything? Wiz? Like be honest. You always saying RJ name in every trade.
No, people also have said Randall did with everything, but I'm putting RJ instead of Randall. Okay, but I'm just saying
if they both agree with it, I don't have no mind with it.
Right, because I know KP's got a play option for $36 million. Like people talk about $36 million. It's a 1-year play option. He could actually, in order to get traded to the Knicks, he could opt out, agree to the sign-in trade, sign it for a Knick contract, like high 20s, even max 30, 3 or 4 years, team option fourth, and then Kuzma, he was making $8 million. Kuzma could take 20, which means that between him and Kuzma, they average 25 million, which is almost, it's only a couple million below what Mitch and RJ are doing. I'm just trying to find salary match as well.
No, I think Kuzma going more than 20 million. That's like low balling him, to be honest. If I'm his agent, I'm not taking no 20 million. Like what?
He'll be New York City, baby. Okay, 24.
Right,
let's give it 25. Let's give it 25. Okay, so Kuzma, KP averaging 28 between the two of them. Let's say that's 56. That will equal RJ, Mitch, and 4-year contract to offset salaries. And so now Kuzma and KP instead of Mitch and RJ. Is that a better team?
I don't know. It depends on what type of team you're looking to build.
A winning team.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. At least the spacing is there, right? So Randall and Brunson get the inside they really wanted, right? They get the inside game that they want to play. Go in there. We got the stretch with the KP, and we got Kuzma with a little bit more length. I think a little bit more defense, although the numbers may not show it compared to RJ. And just maybe for me, a little bit more consistency. I mean, maybe he's not a knockdown shooter, but at least he's consistent. He's not as erratic as RJ is, where 10 games RJ looks like, oh man, the next, I don't know. I'm just trying to. I don't want to hype him up and give him anything about his name because he's not that good. But let's just say he's consistent for 10 games, and then next it's back to his 20% shooting from everywhere and getting blocked at the rim. I'm saying that's a better team. Randall, KP, Kuzma, Grimes, and Brunson, and our same bench as it is right now.
Nah, to be honest, Tibbs is not giving up Grimes, so you got to cut Grimes out.
No, that's what I'm
like
saying.
His heart or something like that. So,
right. So Brunson, Grimes. I'm saying Brunson, Grimes, Kuzma, Randall, and KP. That's our 5.
Oh, okay. I get you saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me speak to the basketball aspect of that. Right. The basketball aspect of it when you're putting 3 big guys on the floor with a tiny guy and a spot-up guy, right? And I'm just saying that now you're asking Kuzma to be your slasher wing player guy. right?
Right. Yep.
And who's at the 4? Randall?
Randall.
So you're asking Randall to be your Mr. Fix-It, your slasher, screener, banger, jump shooter guy, right? And then you're asking KP, and you're asking KP to be your floor spacer. What else?
With a little rim protection, with a little offense.
Well, think about this. Is he a good rim protector when he is the focal point of the rim protection? Or is he a great weak side shot blocker?
The latter, great weak side shot blocker, yeah.
So that means Randall is your rim protector.
Randall's rim protection, yep. I know.
Yeah.
But compared to what we have now, I'm trying to find the pros and cons, and there are more pros with what we have than we have now. Because right now, KP and Mitch is a win. KP, come on. I don't know. We can find a little positive with him. Again, as for the team, because Brunson defensively has some flaws. I don't think KP defensively nor Kuzma are liabilities compared to the lack of perimeter defense from Mitch and then the lack of defense from RJ. I think those two overalls are washed defensively because inside, yes, we got Mitch protecting that rim, and preventing me from taking shots. But offensively, it's just such a dramatic difference when you put KP on the floor because and Kuzma, those two compared to RJ and Mitch, that difference is like night and day. That's 15 points more right there.
Right. Now I get you. It sounds like I'm being skeptical. I'm not really being skeptical. What I want to do is see how what it is you says works. Right? Because ultimately I do believe that Kyle Kuzma is a better slasher than RJ Barrett. I do believe that Kyle Kuzma can be a better scorer than RJ Barrett in that system that you mentioned. Mm-hmm. But the thing that Kuzma does, Kuzma will go off the plantation. You know this.
I know. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, he has gone off the plantation. Will he do it with Tibbs? And Rick Brunson.
Yeah.
In his ear.
Yeah, it could be one or two things. It can be they can wind up being the paternal coaches that he's never had, the stability that he's never had. Or it could be one of those things, why are you trying to stifle my talent?
Right. Exactly.
It could be like a Kelly Oubre situation. Mess, what's good, man?
I just finally got this shit taken care of.
Oh, look at you. Young fella.
Curse.
Young fella. Okay.
Whoa, smack. Oh, second now.
That's what the females.
Yeah, man. So it could go either way. Whereas with RJ Barrett, you already know that RJ Barrett is coachable and malleable at the same time.
The problem is, what do you do with Kuzma, who with time does not come off as malleable and coachable, given his track record with Los Angeles, Washington? Where else has he landed over the years?
That's it. I think that's it. Right.
And his most recent stop was in LA after being traded back from Washington, right?
No, he's still in Washington.
Oh.
So it's two teams, I think. I think it's two teams. Right. But the thing is Kuzma has always been in bad situations. What happens when you put him in a good situation? Does he conform? Or is he a non-conformist? Is he the reason why situations are bad? Does he contribute to bad situations? And in my mind, I feel like guys will change if they're put in circumstances that benefit them some type of way. Let me bring my guy in real quick. Hold on. Lucas is in the building. What's good? All right, let me address the super chats real quick. Paris Douglas says that we have nothing much to do but keep developing our own. When you watch championship teams, 6 games in a row, you see we are just developing a way or just developing away from winning. And what he says, I think makes sense. If you just develop what you got. I think you're in a good space if you develop, but you got to be patient. Took Denver like 8 years. And Wacko, thank you for the generous contribution. Wacko says, I was shocked when Freezy drafted Cat over Randall. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look at that roster construction. It's all about. I don't have anything against Cat. I have everything against Cat being the man. That's what I have a problem with. Anytime Karl Anthony Towns is the man, I have an issue. But if Karl Anthony Towns is a piece of the puzzle, I'm with it.
Which is the former situation being what's happening in Minnesota.
Yeah. And plus, at the same time, Minnesota is not the franchise that we should be looking to franchise advice from. You know what I mean? It's like looking to the Baltimore Orioles for franchise advice if you're the Mets. And I know the Orioles are good right now, but this is like once every 20 years?
10 years.
Once every 10 years? Yeah. So, I mean, what do you do? What do you do in that case? Danny, what's good, bro?
Hey, Freezy. How you guys doing? Mr. Mets. What's up, buddy?
Just worry about tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yankees. Yes.
The Yankees.
Yeah. Mets versus Yankees.
That's it.
The Mets are coming back from a road trip from hell because of incompetence.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So Danny, what do you want the Knicks to do this offseason, bro?
I want them to add some better players on this team. I would get rid of Robinson if they could find someone else. He's not that great, Freezy. Grab some rebounds, so what? My son grabs rebounds too. And he's 10 years old.
Well, look at what he's had to put up with. A stubborn coach who won't let him do anything but putbacks and get boards.
That's what's that.
You thinking that's the coach?
Lucas is 10?
10 years old, my man.
Jeez, bro, it's like...
And my nephew can pick up rebounds, and he plays hockey.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I thought it was like... It seems like when we first met, he was like 7 and mad camera shy.
He was 7, yeah.
Dang, bro.
Damn.
Time flying, right?
It's flying like the Knicks.
Yeah, time's flying, bro. Time is flying.
Freezy, what do you think, buddy? Who would you get rid of? Like, who was untouchable on that team? Maybe just Jalen?
Keep Jalen.
That's it, right? Just Jalen, right?
I don't know because here's the thing. What style of play do you prefer?
Running gun, pick and rolls.
So if you like a fluid offense, right? If that's what you're saying, if you want to, like my preference, no lie, my preference is defense, right? I want to stop teams from scoring. Right now, I don't want to grind it out. Right, I don't want the Miami Heat type defense where you just slow up the pace. Right, I want long athletic wings. Yo, you remember the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Johnson and Hornacek and Marley and Ceballos and Richard Dumas and Mark West and Charles Barkley and all of them?
Yep.
You remember the Seattle Supersonics?
The 1993 team that got to the finals?
Yeah. You remember the Seattle Sonics who had a defensive center, Irvin Johnson. They had a defensive point guard and Gary Payton. They had Nate McMillan, Vincent Askew, Sean Kemp, Sam Perkins,
Vin Baker, Percy Hawkins.
Vin Baker. Yeah.
That's what I like, a young, exciting defensive team that you know what the best example is? The Showtime Lakers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The Showtime, they would lock you down in the half court, but when they got the rebound, they got out and ran in transition.
God.
That's what I would like to see the Knicks do. Like defend, contest everything. And then when you miss, if you shoot a long shot and we get the rebound, we pushing it straight up the middle of the floor, trying to get it dunked the other way before you set your defense. That's what I would prefer, right? you know, but it's one of those things that teams like that are hard to build in today's era because all the rules are bent towards more offense, right? Like things that you could do now. I saw a play where Jordan Poole legit took 6 steps and he argued with the ref. He said, but I gathered twice. I gathered twice. A gather is 1 step. So Jordan Poole, even with that logic, even if you did gather twice, that means you still took 3 steps. What are you arguing about?
Exactly.
You still took 3 steps without dribbling. But the rules are skewed to those guys. Bro, do you see these step back threes dudes are taking?
Crazy.
Right, where they take like 3 steps to get a shot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
No traveling.
Yeah. So even though I would love a defensive-minded team, I would love the thing I loved most about Sean Kemp was that he would legit play a good level defense in the half court. And then when you missed, he would get out in the open court and run. That's what I like, you know. And so that's my preference. And I know a lot of people like offense. Like a lot of people, when you do a channel like I do, most people are saying, we need shooting. Well, what do you need aside from shooting? More shooting. Okay, so I give you Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. What else do you need? I want Steph Curry too. Wow. So yeah, they don't care
and
nothing
Larry
about
Bird
defense.
too.
Yeah, they want Larry Bird and Jerry West.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Personally, I want a team that can defend. You know what I'm saying? At a high level. I want the number 1 ranked defense, and then probably like maybe a top 15, top 10 type offense. I think that wins us a championship.
That sounds great.
Right? And so with Bronx man, I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. But he asked me what I wanted. Right? Danny, no lie, you asked me what I wanted, right?
Yes, sir.
So
I agree.
You know, that's what I want. So I would like a team. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Freezy. When you're done, I'll say something.
Oh, okay. All right. So I would like a team with 5 or 6 athletic wings that you can rotate at the 2, 3, and 4. Right? I would like 3 athletic wings to start and 2 athletic wings coming off the bench, somewhere between 6'6" and 6'8", and you rotate all those guys in, and it gives you ultimate flexibility on offense, but it gives you a cohesive unit on defense. Right? That's what I would like. But our team is not made up like that. Our team is, you know, first of all, we don't have a great defender at the point of attack in Jalen Brunson. And I'm not bashing him, but he's just not. So, yeah.
For that team, with a Showtime team you want, Freezy, we have to break that team down, man. We don't have those pieces.
No.
Can you name any of those pieces that you fit into a Showtime Lakers team on our team now?
I think there are some kids in the draft that are not as good as those guys, but there are some Devin George, Cedric Ceballos, Richard Dumas type players.
Sean Marion
type, yeah.
Too bad we can't even touch the draft this year because a certain someone frivolously threw our pick away for a trade for a player who's just too much of an overly hands-on individual.
Right. So we don't have any draft picks this year, bro. In the deepest draft in probably since the LeBron draft, maybe.
I don't like it when our presidents of basketball operations throw away our picks for a quick fix.
I ain't gonna front Josh Hart was a quick fix, but it's Jalen Brunson, I guess, best friend. So, you know.
Yeah.
If I was running the Knicks, I would not utilize nepotism whatsoever.
Oh man,
backbone of my decision because that's what Rose has done. Nepotism is the forefront of every one of his decisions.
Right. What I would do is consider this. Do you load up with a bunch of players with the same skill set, or do you diversify your skill set?
Diversify.
And in my mind, I would diversify the skill sets. Like instead of having 6'4", 6'5" guys that all do the one thing, like all of them are inconsistent shooters, energy guys. What I would say is diversify it. But I don't know if Tibbs is that type of coach.
Short answer, he's not. Even when
Freezy, you think we're going to make a trade to get into the draft?
Yes.
Who do you think they're going to get rid of for a pick? Any people in mind? RJ, maybe?
Well, I think they're the second. You can buy second round picks.
Yeah.
So I think they may buy 1 or 2 second round picks, and then if the deal is right, they may trade somebody on the roster. And I think that guy is going to be Obi, unfortunately. But
RJ, no RJ.
No, I know. I think Obi is a priority, and it's because of business, right? Because
Tibbs didn't want him.
No, it's because of the contract extensions, right? Because Quickly and Obi were drafted in the same season, and so are you going to pass out 2 rookie extensions in the same summer?
Nope.
To backups. So it's either do you trade Quickly or do you trade Obi? And since Quickly, it looks like the better player right now, you could trade Obi for whatever you can get.
You're gonna get a bag of chips for him.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Are
are they barbecue though?
Yeah. Sour cream and onion.
Obi could be traded for a meal deal at Tesco.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys don't even know what a Tesco is, do you?
No. Do you know what a Buc-ee's is?
Yeah, the one with the beaver that's spread throughout the Midwest, that convenience store.
Yeah, we have one here. Y'all don't have one there?
Not in the Charlotte area.
Never heard of it.
What about a Quick Trip? You got a Quick Trip?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what a Tesco is? It's a British supermarket where you can get a soda, a sandwich, and a bag of chips for about $3.99 a pound. £3.99.
Okay. Who's mad at that? You mad at that?
No, I'm just saying we can trade.
Okay.
We can trade Obi for that.
I was gonna say I don't see a downside. I don't see a downside. Like, I don't see a downside to that. You know what I mean?
Breezy, what do you think about Chris Paul?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
In my view, no. If we would have gotten him, we would have gotten him in 2005.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't. The reason why I say I don't know is because what if Chris Paul was playing in a bad system in Phoenix? You know what I'm saying? If he was playing in a bad system in Phoenix, do you reconsider? And also, does this team not need a floor general to get guys good offense?
It's the price. In my eyes.
And with how far down the tail end of his career is, we should try to lowball him.
Oh, I mean,
you should try to lowball him?
I mean, he's well past his prime at this point.
Nah, he ain't gonna. What's a lowball price for you?
Maybe $15 million a year.
Oh, okay.
No, he'll take that.
Yeah, exactly. What to say?
$15 million
like
for who?
$5 million. Hell no.
For Chris Paul.
Oh, he'll jump on that.
Yeah, he'll jump on it. Yeah.
That's a
fact.
Yeah. Who would?
Yeah. He'll jump on that. So
he'll jump on that.
I'm just saying. We would have gotten him in 2005. Instead, he went to Portland. Then he went to New Orleans. Then he went to Houston. Then he went to his current shithole situation with Phoenix. And then there was that one stint with the Clippers. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Well, the thing is ultimately though, is I feel like there is no real downside to a Chris Paul coming here. My thing is even, but if Chris Paul comes, Knicks fans don't understand levity, right? If you bring Chris Paul here and say he gets about 25-30 minutes a game and he does help the young kids get better, that's the upside for Chris Paul, for us getting Chris Paul, is him helping young kids get better. Right. The downside to it is a lot of Knicks fans think if we get Chris Paul, then all of a sudden we're going to win a championship.
I don't think that.
Instead of thinking that he can only help us get to the next step.
I think Chris Paul would help Freezy.
Nah, me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, he may. I think he could help, but my point is we always have like the Knicks fan base, the majority always have like the unreasonable expectation, right? For instance, y'all don't remember the Kemba Walker signing?
Yep.
Remember we signed Kemba Walker? We had just made the first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
And then an all-star. Think about it. Tell me if this is deja vu. The Knicks make the playoffs, right? We see what our flaws are in the playoffs. A all-star point guard gets cut, right? Has connections to Leon Rose, and we bring him in, and all of a sudden
things fall apart.
Yeah. And Knicks fans think this dude is going to be the savior. Kemba Walker came here and he disrupted the chemistry of the team. Kemba Walker, I mean.
But if you want me to say something, it's Jalen Brunson's team. So basically, Chris Paul is just going to be like a replacement when Jalen Brunson is, I guess, tired or something like that, right?
Yeah, he's a replacement.
Reserve. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't feel like that's not like that would just be basically like making IQ better, to be honest, in my point.
Here's my issue. What if Thibodeau does the stupid thing and tries to start CP3 at the
Nah.
It's going to screw over the chemistry in the same way starting Kemba at the 1 did, especially when you consider the one other factor the two share. They've been plagued with injuries over the years. We can't risk that.
Right. Yep.
If anything, I think CP would be the backup point, and IQ would be the 2 guard.
Yep. That's good. I go with that. We Lob City again.
What do you do with
Lob
Grimes,
City in the
though?
East?
Grimes is on the he in the starting.
Okay, so what do you do with IQ?
On the bench. I said on the bench.
Okay. And then CP3 does what?
The
fourth guard.
Not really, to be honest.
So Quickly is the fourth guard then.
R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I'm just asking for clarity, bro.
This is why I don't want CP3. It leads to too much confusion as to which guards are going to play.
They would have to trade some guards then. They have to move some then if they sign
But
Chris Paul.
to be honest, though, what guards do we have, though? We have only Quickly, Brunson, and Deuce, right?
Deuce, I think, might be gone, I think. They didn't get rid of
Just say he's not, though. He only got 3 guards. And Deuce don't even play right like that. So it's only 2 guards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say we do need another guard. I don't know if CP3 is you know what I'm saying, but I would say we do need another guard.
Let me keep it a buck with y'all. I think CP3 comes here and he unlocks Grimes, Quickly, and Obi.
See? All right. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
I think, but the thing is, it's as simple as this. I think Chris Paul comes here. I'm talking about if he comes, right? If he comes here, right? I think he extracts the goodness from Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
I think he extracts the goodness from Grimes. I think he extracts the goodness from Quickly because they learned the team concept of basketball. I think he escalates or speeds up their development.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? With a guy that naturally knows how to play. Now, with that said, if you put CP3 on the roster and you expect a 27-year-old CP3 in his prime, then you're mistaken.
No.
The money that you pay for CP3 is for what he infuses into Quickly, Grimes, and Obi, right? Just like what he infused into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? CP3, what he infused into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the dials on where to get your shots, where to do your things on the floor from, and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, now SGA is a bona fide stud.
How old is he now? 40?
38.
38.
That was close.
I'll take half the 20-something-year-old CP3 right now. Half the what he was before is still okay. He was a beast back in his days.
Then, still worrying about injuries here. 38, your body starts to give out, especially if you're playing basketball.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm 50 years old and my body's giving out from working out 5 days a week.
But we gotta understand that's when he was on the Suns, he was a main starter. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna bring him to the Knicks, he's gonna be on the bench. He's gonna be this 5th, 6th, 7th man on the bench. So it's like he probably played like a good 23, 25 minutes tops.
Maybe even less, 15 to 20 minutes tops.
Yeah, so like I don't see like, you know what I'm saying?
Like the other issue. Ego.
That would be the issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that,
is CP3 going to be humble enough to even bother to start on the bench?
Yeah.
I think he would.
Have massive egos. Look at Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Cat.
Russell Westbrook came off the bench.
Yeah.
Mostly because he was forced to.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that Lakers team was a bad. That Lakers team.
That's a fact.
Bad. But the thing is with a CP3 thing here, I think what we're missing too is that he doesn't have to play 30 minutes. He don't have to play 35 minutes.
No,
because this team is a second round team already without Chris Paul.
That's what
we're adding Chris Paul to a second round team. He's not the foundation piece, right? So you basically, for lack of a term, keep him healthy during the regular season so that maybe you can get that Kyle Lowry type impact or Chris Paul type impact in the playoffs, right? And you do that by limiting minutes, load management. And I know Knicks fans hate to hear load management, right? Right? We hate to hear load management and things like that, but you already have an all-star level point guard and you have an off guard who you think may be the future of Knicks basketball in Grimes, and you don't want to rush. You don't want to rush, like say Grimes and all of those guys quickly, and all those guys. What you want to do is get a Hall of Fame level player around them so that he can help them. They can pick his brain. Yeah. Basically, that would be the only reason why you would bring CP3 in here. Exactly. And Danny, it's the same thing I was saying. You remember the last 2 years I've been saying, why hadn't we traded for Mike Conley? Yeah, Mike Conley would have been in that same role. Yeah, like I'm talking about. Like people were saying, Mike Conley is washed. He's not an all-star. I don't want. So what?
We'll take half of Paul, half of Conley. That's it.
Yeah. You don't need
guys. That's what it is.
Yeah, you didn't need Mike Conley superstar. You just needed Mike Conley to help your young players get better.
Exactly.
Right. And if you notice, Mike Conley is right now, Mike Conley was on young teams that needed to get better. And they always make the playoffs with him.
Not to cut you off, Freezy. Mike Conley contract is up this season?
I'm not sure about that either.
Because so, why we don't get him instead of Thing? Because, to be honest, in my fair opinion, like, I'm just saying it from my fair opinion, I think CP is going to go for the highest bidder.
Okay.
As far as, like, championship-wise.
You got a problem with that, though?
I mean, no. Hell, no. Why? I would do the same thing if I was him.
Well, no, what I'm saying is you wouldn't swap out Derrick Rose's money for CP3?
Of course y'all would. That's not
Derrick Rose is making scheduled to make 15 mil. You can bring in CP3 for less than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What I'm saying is I think we're wrapped up in the fact of what CP3 is scheduled to make versus what he would actually make. Right? Like the thing is when you get cut, you can't double dip. So when he gets cut and the Suns pay him 15 mil, he can't go on the market and demand 30 mil.
He can't, right?
No, you can't because of the CB, because of the agreement that Chris Paul himself put in place.
So how much would he demand then?
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 10. You don't want to be disrespectful. So you give him something like 10. And so he'd make 10 with the Knicks and 15 from the Suns since they cut him. And so would you swap out Derrick Rose for Chris Paul and save $5 million?
Yep, either him or Conley.
Yeah. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says CP3 would be great because he would slap sense into Julius Randle.
Yeah. I knew that somebody was gonna say something like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so while I'm not, and when I say this, don't think that I hate Chris Paul. I'm not really a fan of the move, but I do think that I could be talked into it.
Okay.
Right. I do think I think I can be talked into it. Because there's something to be said about adding high IQ players to any roster in any sport. Whenever you can
I think it'll help
high IQ players. Yeah.
Right, Freezy? I think more pluses than minuses. I think.
Yeah.
If we sign him punks out, put it on me, Freezy.
Yeah. It's all on Danny Landis. Yeah.
What about this guy? What about Jimmy Hart?
Jimmy Hart? Mouth of the South?
I don't know, man.
Who did you say, Danny?
What's his name? I mean, Josh Hart, not Jimmy Hart.
Josh Hart.
Oh,
I thought you. I
thought
Jimmy
buckets. You talking about?
Danny, I thought the honky tonk man was going to come out and smash guitars just now when you said that.
If he was still alive, Sheiky Baby would put him in the camel clutch.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What do you think about Hart, Freezy? You gonna bring that guy back or gonna let him go?
We've already signed to a 4-year, $8 million contract. We're stuck with him.
I would say take your choice, right? Which player do you think is better? Chris Paul, past his prime Chris Paul, or a entering his prime Josh Hart?
On paper, you'd say Hart, but given his lack of ability to keep focus on one task and scatterbrain himself, Paul.
Yeah. I don't know ultimately what I don't want to do is block the path of the kids, right? I want the kids to have a clear path, right? If they're going to be here, then don't complicate it with weird roster moves, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep them here, right? And then block their path, and then they're like, they want to be in like 25 as backups, right? If Grimes is the guy, don't block his path. If RJ is the guy, don't block his path. If Quickly, Obi, Sims, if they're the guys, don't block their paths. You know what I'm saying? Help in their development, right? But if you don't believe that they are the guys, then I say, find new kids to put there, some new kids on the block, right? But I don't think you should give up on the youth strategy. Like for instance, if certain young kids are not the guys that you thought they were going to be, I would say keep the same strategy and continue to bring in young guys, right? But at the same time, if the ones still don't block, don't go get Wayne Ellington and mess around, start Wayne Ellington in front of Quentin Grimes. That's stupid.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Okay. So Danny, basically what I'm getting at is I think the Knicks should trade into the second round of the draft and bring in some young bouncy high upside athletes. Like all the high upside guys in the second round, like Amani Bates and those type of guys. I would bring those guys in to replace cats like Fournier. Bringing guys like that to replace, the Derrick Rose if Chris Paul is not an option, if Mike Miller is not an option. And then that way you can bring those young guys off the bench like gangbusters, like gang rebounders. Bring in those 6'8", 6'9" guys that can defend multiple positions, get you rebounds, get out in transition and run and get you easy baskets.
What about
more like a power forward bruiser to back up Randall?
Yeah.
Back up small forward or back up point guard, and I think a backup small forward or start a small forward. So I think we gotta do this off season.
Yeah.
Can we trade into the first round, Freezy, you think?
Yeah, if you trade into the first round, you're gonna have to give up something though. In order to get in the first round, you're gonna have to give up your draft picks, or you're gonna have to give up two of your players. So
you gotta give up two of your players?
Well, it depends on what they want.
2?
Oh, okay.
It depends on what they want.
What you want?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So it depends on how far are you looking to go in the first round. Do you want a Carmelo Anthony
Top, like 12, 13?
At top 12? Wow, you're gonna have to give up something.
Yeah, hell.
You're gonna have to give up something.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give up.
Give them RJ. Bye RJ.
Ooh.
Would you move RJ for the 12th pick?
Let me see who is just real quick. I'm just gonna look at a mock draft to see who is there at 12. All right, 2023 NBA mock draft. So I'm looking at the CBS Sports mock draft right now, right? All right. So at 12, they have. Oh, Danny, God dog it. Why you do this to me, bro? Okay. So Danny says move up to 12. So for one, it's our normal trade part. Who do we normally trade with on draft day, y'all?
Danny,
who do we do? Danny, no.
Oh shoot, I forgot, bro. You're gonna kill me.
Oklahoma City. City.
Oklahoma, yes.
We trade with Oklahoma City every year. And Detroit also.
That's what I was gonna say. Detroit.
Yeah. Yep. So we always trade. So we always have the doors. And the reason why Detroit and OKC are good trade partners for us is because the guy from Detroit is from the Oklahoma City Thunder front office.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah. So here's the thing. Danny threw out a random number. Guess who picks at 12? OKC.
Yeah.
And then
Get them on the phone.
At 12, they have a CBS Sports Line has a bouncy young wing that I like. He's 6'6", 230. And guess who he's playing with right now? Victor Wembanyama. So this guy is 6'6", 230, superb athlete. Plays with Vic W. His name is Bilal Coulibaly. And who he reminds everybody of is Nicholas Batum. Y'all remember Nicholas Batum?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody remember Nicholas Batum, right?
Yeah.
Explosive young wing player.
Yeah.
That's who people compare him to. So if you're telling me that I could trade RJ for a 19-year-old Nicholas Batum, I don't want to. But if they did it, I would understand why. Like legit. Hey, and Wiz says his outside shot is not great, Wiz. Lately, bro. Lately, that dude is Ray Allen, bro. And this is what they say for him, right? OKC is known for taking big swings and taking Coulibaly, a teammate of Vic W., whose recent burst onto the NBA radar would certainly qualify. Look at all the tools are there for Coulibaly to be an elite NBA wing someday. But it's going to take a lot of development to get there. The rapid growth the 18-year-old has shown in such a short period of time bodes well for his continued development.
Oh, I'm not buying that.
Bro, he is in the second half of his season. This dude went from being like a second-round pick to like top 12. This dude is probably the best prospect since February. And I'm talking about outside of the usual suspects.
You just say he's 6'6", 230?
Yes. But he don't look like that, bro. He don't look like a power forward, bro. This dude looks like a shooting guard. This man, look, man. Yeah. Hey, and Paris Douglas, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Douglas says, only way we improve is Tibbs or Randall must go. Them. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Bilal Koulibaly. That's a name to watch. Now, am I in favor? And am I in favor of trading RJ for a? I got you, Danny. Oh, there you go. There you go. Am I in favor of trading RJ for that type of player? No. But if they do it, I understand. An explosive young wing? What?
But again, is he over 6'7", 6'8"? Probably not.
Let's see.
You say he's 6'6".
Yeah, 6'6", 230.
6'6"?
230.
6'6",
230.
Explosive athlete, jump out the gym.
I swear Thibodeau picks a team that suffers from a Napoleon complex. Because he also suffers from a Napoleon complex.
And so the thing is if you get 12, you don't have to take Bilal Koulibaly. He's the one that's listed here at 12. Right? But there are other guys after him that you could probably. Leonard Miller is 6'9", 213. But does he offer you the upside of Bilal Koulibaly? I don't think so.
What's his position?
Power forward. Small forward, power forward. Like he would be like a Trey Murphy.
All right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like a Jonathan Isaac.
That's not too bad.
Freezy, you know what kind of player I'm looking for, Freezy, to be honest? I'm looking for an Xavier McDaniel type player. Is there any X-Man type players in the draft?
Yeah,
like
it's a ton. It's a ton of them, bro. You talking about the Orlando Woolridge,
yes,
Xavier McDaniel, Cedric Ceballos, Richard Dumas model, where they're 6'8", about 6'8", 210, mean.
Yes.
You remember Chris Morris?
Yes.
Chris Morris would be in that same mindset. You know, the 6'8" guys, super athletic, mean guys come in, guard multiple positions.
That's what we need.
Yeah, Danny, it's about 8 of them in the second round alone. Really? Now, are they gonna be Orlando Woolridge day one? No. Right? But think about this. We're thinking about a 25-year-old Orlando Woolridge, right? These guys are 19. Think about 19-year-old Orlando Woolridge at Notre Dame.
Oh my goodness.
That's where they are, right? Think about a 19-year-old Xavier McDaniel.
Oh
that's
my goodness.
That's where these guys are. You know what I'm saying? So if you're patient with them, if you want to bring them along, like Chef NYK said, Jordan Walsh, them, these guys are all over the place, bro.
Yeah, that's what they need. New York needs something like that. We don't have nothing like that right now, right, Freezy?
No. Not
Is Randall that type? Randall's not that type.
No, Randall's not. Yeah. Randall's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? But if you're, excuse me, if you're the Knicks, you see OMP, Olivier Prosper, he's out there. He's 6'8", 212. Jalen Wilson is out there, 6'7", 230. Jalen Wilson, 6'7", 230. Julian Strother, 6'7", 210. Julian Phillips, 6'8", 200. Man, it's a bunch of these dudes out here, bro.
Too skinny.
Jordan Walsh, 6'7", 200. Amani Bates, 6'10", 180.
Oh
Yeah.
man, 180.
Nah, I heard his name before. I'm interested in him.
Muhammad Gay is 6'11", 213. And you're talking about athletes too, by the way. You're not talking about just stiffs.
But he's like a power forward.
Athletes, yeah.
Who Muhammad Gay? I think he played the 5 at Washington State.
The 5.
Yeah, he's like a big in the NBA. He's not big and strong enough to do that. He'll need some development time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about Ben Shepherd from Belmont, 6'6", 195, Reggie Miller type. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just hope
Jordan
he
Miller,
doesn't
6'6",
go crazy
192.
like Reggie did.
See what you said again?
Let's just hope he doesn't go, if he gets drafted by someone other than the Knicks, let's hope he doesn't go 3 crazy like Reggie did.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
And Julian Blum says, you want a shooter and athletic. I know he didn't play well last year, but the Knicks should get Derek Whitehead late in the draft. And the thing about Derek Whitehead is this. I don't think he gets past Atlanta. He is custom made for Atlanta. Right? First of all, he's a Duke small forward. So Atlanta can't help themselves. They can't help themselves, right? Atlanta is obsessed with Duke small forwards. In the last few drafts, I think they've taken what's the kid? Griffin?
AJ Griffin?
No, the dude, his father coaches the Bucks. AJ Griffin?
Oh.
Adrian Griffin? No.
Adrian Griffin. Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
Adrian, right?
I think that's him, and his son plays for Atlanta.
Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, he's older, the guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's him, right?
Yeah, AJ Griffin is from Atlantic, yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta. Oh.
The year before they drafted him, they drafted Jalen Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year before that, they drafted Cam Reddish.
And several years before that, they drafted John Collins.
Yeah, they can't. They are obsessed with Duke small forwards. And then this kid, Derek Whitehead, in my opinion, fits that same mold of guy that they look for. So I don't think he gets past Atlanta.
Here's a question
and Atlanta picks at 15.
Here's a question I've got for Atlanta. Why not pick someone from your own school system? Pick someone from Georgia Tech. I mean, you're in the same town, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But what I will say is this: two players that I think the Knicks should keep an eye out for: Gigi Jackson and Jet Howard. I think Jet Howard is going to be, and I know I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong a lot, right? But I think Jet Howard is the next Devin Booker.
Mm.
If you're the Knicks, and you see Jet Howard, now listen. You know the first thing Tom Thibodeau's going to say, right? He can't defend. Yeah, not yet, Tom Thibodeau. He can't defend yet, right? He can't defend yet. But all those questions, all those things that y'all have, like if you say you need a shooter, and blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Why not go get him?
What's his height?
Let me tell you this. Do you know who his father is?
Oh.
Juwan Howard.
Oh, okay. So he tall, I love it.
So you know he tall. And you know he's been around basketball his whole life. Yeah, so Jet Howard is a shooter. Also Gigi Jackson. That's my hometown guy. Let's go Gamecocks. The real Carolina. It's the real Carolina. Gone in black, baby. So Gigi Jackson is a bucket. Right?
hopefully the front office do what they gotta do.
Hopefully.
Because if not, we're gonna be stuck. I'm promising they're gonna. Oh, we already know we're gonna resign what's his name again? Damn, what's his name? What's his name again?
Who? Josh Hart?
Oh, Josh Hart. But I think Tibbs gonna try to get the from Golden State. What's it the guy? What's his name again? The DiVincenzo guy.
Or DiVincenzo?
Yeah.
DiVincenzo? Yeah. I mean, how many 6'4" guards can a team have?
I know, but
I guess you can have 17 of them, right? But does it make sense? No, right?
No.
Yeah, and yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, what do you do in this sense? If you're the Knicks, you want to build around Brunson and whoever you think is the second best player. Whether you think it's Randall, RJ, whoever the second best player is. Right? Whoever you think the second best player is. Do you keep bringing in guys like that? And if you bring in DiVincenzo, how much money are you paying him?
Yeah, and rumor has it, I don't know how true this is, but quickly want to start.
Yeah. Is he better than Grimes?
To my opinion, as far as it depends.
Yeah, it depends on what.
Like, if we talking about as far as like just straight, I think shooting wise and stuff like that, of course, I think quickly is better. But as far as like just straight deep, like defense, of course, Grimes is better.
Okay.
But if I had to trade one of them, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd trade quickly. I ain't gonna front.
So basically, it sounds like decisions, right?
Yeah, and it's already out there. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know how true it is, but it got to be some truth to it.
What are you talking about?
The quickly and ground situation.
Yeah, quickly wants to start. I don't blame him. Why wouldn't it? What if you heard Grind? What if you heard quickly say, "Yeah, I'm okay being a role player off the bench"? You wouldn't want him, right?
No.
Now, unfortunately, as a starter, quickly is hit or miss at best, which is the issue with this. I mean, there are games where he can go off and shoot like a can, like the double overtime win against Boston. But on the other hand, there are games like, say, the follow-up against Charlotte where he can be lackluster.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's one of those things, man, with young players, bro. They are going to be up and down. And I hate it. You wish they were more consistent. But even Tyrese Maxey went through his ups and downs.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when I watch Francisco Alvarez, and I see him miss a fastball straight down the middle of the plate, right? And I'm thinking, bro, how did you miss that
ball?
Yeah, and it's because
just sit still. I mean, we saw a lot of that against Pittsburgh on Sunday.
Yeah,
all the plate pitches, they just stared at him.
Yeah, and with Alvarez though, he tries to do when he swings, he tries to do too much with the ball instead of letting his natural power take balls over the fence. Like what Alvarez doesn't realize is hitting a ball 400 feet and 500 feet makes no difference. You know why?
It's just one run.
They're both home runs. You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to hit the ball 500 feet, bro? If you hit it 400 feet, it still counts. It's the difference between Mark McGwire and Hank Aaron. Most of Hank Aaron home runs average probably about 390. He didn't care about hitting them 700 feet. It's the difference between him and Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson is trying to hit balls 700 feet. And Hank Aaron is trying to get that ball in the air, just trying to get it over the fence. You know? And so ultimately, I guess what I'm saying is with guys like Quickly and Grimes and all that stuff, they just have to find a level of consistency, something that fits them. Guys, listen, I got to get out of here. I still got some more stuff that I got to do. Tune in tonight, 11 o'clock sharp, the Knicks at Night podcast. Tune in tomorrow morning for the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm doing power rankings tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming through.
Thank you.
I will holler at y'all later.
Appreciate it, buddy.
He's crazy.
Hey, no doubt. Hey, thank you.
Peace, Freezy.